Hey coaches, I'm going to be talking to you today about do's and don'ts of social media. So, social media is kind of an art, and I never really understood that you could build a business on social media until I started learning how impactful it can be. So, I'm going to give you some tried and true tips and tricks about do's and don'ts of social media that should be very helpful to you as you are starting to share your journey on social media as a coach. So, the first thing is that consistency is key. It is absolutely so important that you are consistent every single day in sharing on social media. I would highly suggest as a new coach that you post no less than 3 times a day. So aim to post 3 times a day. Some coaches recommend 5. You do whatever works for you and your time schedule. So three is your minimum. You will find over time that depending on what your network is, you'll find higher traction times. Like I, for example, know that my best traction times to share those 3 posts on social media are 9 a.m., 12 o'clock noon, and around 8:30, 9 p.m. at night. So, like I said, as you start posting consistently on social media, you'll see what times work best for you. And then you can really kind of nail that down on when you're going to share what during the day. The next thing is that to make sure your posts are of value, that they are either empowering, inspiring, entertaining, adding value as in tips or tricks, but things that are really adding value to people's lives, because it is crazy how much of an impact you can have on people just by being consistently sharing things of value and how it will build a following for you. And don't worry, as a new coach, you may not get a lot of likes and a lot of comments on your posts, and that's okay. It is new for people usually to start seeing you post consistently, and it takes some time to really gain that following and gain that traction. So just stay consistent with it and trust that process. The next thing is that you want to be consistent in your positivity, and this goes right along with adding value. If you are somebody that is negative minded, or you're always complaining, or you're sharing things that aren't helpful to other people, people are not going to want to follow what you're doing. There is so much negativity out there in social media already. We as coaches try to be the lights in social media, the people that are inspiring and empowering and motivating and sharing helpful things to inspire and encourage others on their journey. So, what I like to suggest when it comes to this is that yes, we are human, and yes, we go through hard things in life, but if you're going to share something that is hard or negative or a struggle, do your best to share it in a way that you are overcoming something, or what you're doing to change that situation, or how you are working through that, because that as well inspires other people. They may relate to something you're struggling with, and they may be inspired by the way that you are overcoming that with positivity. So the next thing is with stopping the scroll on social media, it is really important that your pictures are of quality, that they are clear, that they're not blurry. If you are taking pictures from your phone, make sure that you have a decent camera on your phone. There is a lot of fun apps like Rana, PicMonkey, PicCollage. There is a ton of apps on your phone, and you can, ask your upline about this, but things that can make your photos pop and really stop that scroll while people are on social media, because oftentimes people are scrolling through really fast, and you want to make sure that your posts are eye-catching so that people stop and read what it is that you have to say. You want to make yourself stand out when people are scrolling through social media. The next thing is to be original and be consistent with that. The more authentic you become and the more you work on you and grow you, the better off it's going to be on your social media, because you don't want to try and be like anybody else. You are what you bring into this business. We are all coaches doing the same workouts, drinking the same shakes, doing the same things. The only thing that sets you apart as a coach is you and your story, your creativity, the things that you've been through, the things that you're overcoming, your journey. So make sure that it is a high priority to you to be original on your social media. The next thing is, don't reinvent the wheel. And like I said in the beginning of this video, is that oftentimes it's a little overwhelming to think about sharing on social media. You don't have to, completely reinvent the things that you're sharing. It is totally fine to be inspired by other coaches, to follow other coaches, to see what they're sharing, to see how they word things, but don't copy people. Don't share posts, don't steal wording, don't steal photos. It's totally fine to be inspired by people, but you need to make these things your own, because you are wanting people to relate to you and your story and your thoughts. And you can't do that if you're trying to be like somebody else or trying to copy somebody else. So make sure that you are being inspired by others, but you are coming up with your own social media content. The next thing is that you want to make sure you are expanding your network every single day. So adding 3 to 5 people a day to your network is so important, because you are going to be continuously progressing and sharing your journey, and you want to make sure that there's always new eyes on what you are sharing, what you are posting, new people that you can inspire, new people that you can motivate, new people you can build relationships with. So make sure that you're continuously adding to your network so that new people are seeing what you're sharing on social media. The next thing is to be attractive. And when I say be attractive, I don't mean that you have to be all dolled up with perfect makeup and pretty hair. Be attractive in the sense of your energy. And I like to think about this is that once in a while you'll scroll on Facebook and you'll pop by somebody and they're smiling and they're happy and they're excited about life. And that to me is attractive. That draws me in. Somebody that's excited about what they're doing, that they're passionate about it, that they're happy, that they're motivated. It's that energy that people want more of for themselves and in their lives. So think about being attractive as in a sense of, what are you attracted to when you're on social media? What draws you in? What makes you stop scrolling and read what people have to say? What kind of pictures make you stop and look and think, I want more of that in my life. I want that happiness. I want that energy. I want that passion. What are you attracted to? Because that is what you want to put out there to attract people that are most like you. So keep in mind, this kind of ties in with the whole being positive on Facebook, because whatever you are putting out there is what you're going to attract. So the higher energy, the happier you are, the more excited you are, the more passionate you are, the more that you are going to attract people that are that or want that. The next thing is to get inspired, and this goes along with following others for ideas. You can follow top coaches. I'm happy to post some ideas in the comments of people that are great to follow on social media, but these are people that have already mastered the art of branding and sharing their journeys on social media and tapping into who is following them and what they need to hear to be inspired or motivated or desire change. So, get inspired by following other people that have mastered this, and you don't have to just follow people that are Beachbody coaches. You can follow people that are network marketers or entrepreneurs in general, because you'll always get really inspired by seeing what other people do on social media. The next thing, and this is a big one, is don't be salesy. There is nothing ickier than seeing somebody on social media saying, buy here, this is on sale, buy this for me, challenge pack discount, and posting stock photos or prices. That is just going to make people shut you down and probably block you. So you want to remember that when it comes to sharing on social media, your goal is to share, not sell, because stories tell and facts tell and stories sell. Sorry about that. So facts tell and stories sell. So your story and what you bring into your business is what's going to help people want to commit. So Anybody can go anywhere to buy the 21 Day Fix or Shakeology or anything that we have to offer as coaches. You have to think about, why are they going to want to come to you for help? Are you sharing obstacles that you've overcome? Are you sharing how you're staying motivated, how you're staying committed? Are you sharing things that you struggle with or excuses you've overcome? Sharing your story to inspire and connect the dots for other people that this is something possible for them too is really important. And it is a really key component in being somebody that is sharing a journey and trustworthy and helps people get excited about something rather than somebody that is trying to force people into buying something. So remember that. Facts tell, stories sell. The next thing is that going along with that is you can take it a step further and you can share transformations of coaches on your team or challengers that maybe you have right now. You can share your own transformation. Transformation Tuesdays, Flashback Fridays, Motivated Mondays. Those are all great things to start putting into your social media so that people see what's really possible for them if they were to start a journey of their own. Also, humanizing your posts. So I want you to remember that as coaches, it is not your job to be perfect. Nobody relates to perfection or perceived perfection. People relate to human. They relate to emotion. They relate to struggle. They relate to successes and the excitement of those things. So by all means, if you are struggling to be consistent with your workouts, if you are having a hard time with your meal plan, share that in a way that other people can think, well, she might struggle with that, and I struggle with that too, but I see her, and she's giving this all she's got, and she's really pushing to be consistent with this. Because those things are inspiring. You may not think so, but people are inspired by your imperfections. They are inspired by the fact that you are showing up and being dedicated despite those struggles and those excuses and those obstacles that you face. So be human. Remember that as coaches, we are not perfect. We are not celery eating robots. We are people that are focused on bettering ourselves and growing into better version of ourselves and being happier, healthier versions of ourselves. And that is what we want to inspire people to do as well. And the last thing that I want to mention is if you are really, really busy or you work a full-time job and you're not able to be on social media often throughout the day, you can by all means use a scheduling program like Hootsuite or Postcron to plan your posts ahead of time, and you can go in there and you can put the photo with the text, whatever it is, and you can set what time you want it to go up with. Because like I said, consistency is key with sharing on social media. And, it's a great idea as well. I keep a note section in the notepad of my cell phone. So if I have something that pops into my head, an idea of something I want to share on social media, or I saw something somewhere that inspired me, or I saw a quote that I liked, or I saw a post from another coach that I was really inspired or moved by, keep those things in the notes section of your phone so that you can go back to them later on and use them as inspiration or as a reference for social media posts that you want to share or that you want to write. And the last thing that I want to share is you have to get really clear on what it is your brand is. So for me, I know that I talk a lot about overcoming obstacles. I talk a lot about nutrition because I love to cook. I love to make recipes. I talk about being a busy mom, a single mom, how I make time to make myself a priority. I also talk about having issues with self-confidence and self-worth and, overcoming that and being on a journey to self-love. There is different things about every single coach that is going to attract different people to you. And the more that you can really nail down those top 5 things that you really feel speak to who you are and what you want to share and the people that you want to reach, the easier it's going to be to come up with social media posts, because you don't just have this wide array of I don't even know what to share about right now. If you can narrow it down to 5 things that you are really passionate about and speak to you most as a person, and then try to be consistent in sharing around those topics, whether it be you're working full time and you're trying to be committed to your health and fitness journey. You're a busy mom and you want to get fit and happy and healthy and lose that baby weight. Maybe you love running. Maybe you love fitness. Um, those are things that are a part of your brand and make you who you are and make you stand out compared to other people. So make sure that you're clear on what those things are that you want to share, and it's going to help you craft your social media posts and be consistent in sharing your journey. So I hope those tips help you guys. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.